Hi everybody, it's Carrie from Eli Farm and we're in here with our porcupines. So this right here is George and this is sweet potato. George, you want some sweet potato? He might have just fallen back asleep again. All right, Meredith, you want some sweet potato? All right, it's okay, George. Wake up a little. Yeah, I really think you might have just fallen asleep right there. Don't we all wish we could fall asleep with food in our mouth? Anyway, so these are prehensile tail porcupines. So you can rub them as long as you go in the direction of the quills. These quills are sharp, but the inside of them is kind of, well, the inside is hollow. So they're kind of like a straw, like a plastic straw. Meredith, big girl up there, she's interested in eating this for sure. So if we look up here, I'm going to show you, this is hanging from the ceiling. This is a cob of corn. We hung it up this morning. We do this for enrichment. So what they have to do is they have to climb from this branch. So either they climb down or they climb up. They climb over and then they have to reach and stretch to get to the food that we hang from there. So we don't do it every day, but it is really great enrichment for them. It makes them think, it makes them stretch, it makes them, it's kind of like puzzle solving, right? So George is still asleep. So Meredith here, big girl Meredith, she's pretty much the only one that gets to it because she figures it out that it's being hung. She goes and eats it before anybody else has a chance. Boy, George is like fast asleep with that in his mouth. It's kind of funny. We should take a picture of that. That's really super funny. Let me see. So what else? What else can I tell you about these guys? So these are prehensile tails porcupines. They are originally from South America. We have 3 of them. So we have George and we have Meredith, and then hiding out in her little box over here is Izzy. Oh, and now George woke up. As soon as the camera went away, he woke up. And he was like, what is that I have in my hand? So they like to eat sweet potatoes. That's their favorite food to eat. So they eat a lot of sweet potatoes. They eat some beets. They love corn. Bananas. That's primarily what they eat. So, Rico at the Cincinnati Zoo, he eats popcorn. We've tried popcorn multiple times. I think we're going to try again one more time next week. These guys are not such big fans of popcorn. They're also not huge fans of peanut butter. So I know Rico also eats peanut butter. So these guys kind of need to go with the flow. So George and Izzy always hang out together. George and Meredith always hang out together. Izzy over here, she's a loner. I don't know, not much better way to say that. She's not interested in being with others. She kind of just hangs out, does her own thing. We've stopped feeding her in her box and make her come out and be somewhat social. So she comes out, is social, and then goes right back in. She's definitely getting fed. I don't want for anybody to think she's not being fed, but she's definitely getting fed. So, we have any questions yet?
No, but there's a comment that their whiskers are cute, and then there's another question, does not play well with others. I think they're talking about Izzy.
So it's not that she doesn't play well with others. She does play well with others. She's just opting not to. So I don't know if we have a little bit of a love triangle going on here or what. So maybe she's just jealous of the relationship that these two have. I don't know. But It is what it is.
And then do you pet them?
Yep, so you can pet them. So you just have to go in the direction of their quills. So interesting thing about these quills, people always think that porcupines can shoot their quills and they actually cannot. So what happens is that if they were to puff up their bodies, so they're happy right now, so they're not puffed up. But if they were to puff up their bodies, their quills would stick up, kind of almost like what Meredith has on the top of her head. And then if I were to stick my hand, jab my hand this way into their quills, then they would stick into my hand. So whenever you see a dog that has a bunch of quills in its nose, that's what happens. So the porcupine got scared, it puffed up its quills, and then the dog went in, and then the quills released into the dog's face or nose. So it is impossible for the porcupines to shoot their quills. Their quills are kind of like their hair. So just like you can't shoot your hair, they can't shoot their quills.
Do you have other animals?
Oh yeah, we have tons of other animals. Thanks for asking. So we have 100 animals here on Eagle Eye Farm. So we are located in western Wisconsin. So we have a lot of alpacas. We have about 60 alpacas. We have sheep. So we have Valais black-nosed sheep, which is the world's cutest sheep. We have kuni pigs, which are pigs that are grazers and not rooters, so they have short noses and they're really easy. Pigs are actually some of the smartest animals. We also have mini Highland cattle, so we have 3. So we have Wilma, Betty, and Barney. And then we have lots and lots of chickens. What else do we have? We have English Angora bunnies. We have 2 English Angora bunnies. And then we have these 3 porcupines, and then we have 2 kangaroos. So we have Ruby and Sydney are our kangaroos.
So there was a question. Do they get annoyed with each other?
Oh yes, they get annoyed with each other. So this one right here is a little bit of a, poop disturber, they can say. So this is Meredith's spot right here. So she likes to sit way up here. So if she wants to come down, George doesn't want to move. Alternatively, if George, they like to play on this grid system that we have here. So if George is on the grid system and just wants to go from the grid system to the tree, Meredith won't let him down. So yeah, so these 2 like to play and interact with each other. As I said, Izzy, this one over here, she's recently just doing her own thing. She's she's healthy. She's just choosing not to interact with these 2. So we're making her come out and get her food. So she has come out. And we know that there's evidence that she's been out at night. So these guys are nocturnal. So they're mainly out at night. And they are South American porcupines. And so that's how come they have these long tails. And these tails, you can see that the tail wraps around, and they use this as a 5th appendage. So I'm not going to feed George. I'm going to see if he's willing to come down and kind of interact. Come on, George.
There's a question. Are their noses big for any evolutionary advantages, or are they just like that?
I don't know. I think they're just like that, but they're soft. It's kind of like a squishy marshmallow. Super darn cute. That's what I know. Well, I don't think he's going to come down because I think he might have just fallen back asleep.
Someone said to boop the snoot.
Yep, boop the snoot. Boop.
Do they dig?
They don't really dig. We don't ever see any evidence of digging. They're like I said, these particular porcupines are more used to being up. So let me just say a little bit more about our farm. So we do have 100 animals here. We are located in western Wisconsin. So just about 40 minutes east of the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. We have, like I said, 100 animals here. We're open every single day from 10 to 4 for tours. So you do not need a tour if you want to do a self-guided, you do not need a reservation if you want to do a self-guided tour. So self-guided tour just means that you would kind of go around by yourself, go into the pens. You can go into the pens with all the alpacas and go see them, feed them, take selfies with them, pet them, enjoy them. if you want to have a special experience here with the porcupines and you want to feed them, then that does cost extra. It's an add-on. We also have experiences with our kangaroos, which are fabulous. So if you're interested in learning more, you can go to our website, eagleeyefarm.net. Coming up for the summer, we have farm camps. So farm camps are available for kids ages 3 all the way through adults. So we do have adult farm camps where an adult could come and just find out what it's like to live on the farm for a day. You can be as involved with the farm chores as you want. If you don't want to be involved and just want to hang out with the animals all day, you can certainly do that. If you choose to be involved with the farm chores, you're certainly more than welcome to do that as well. The other thing that we have is we're going to start doing goat and alpaca yoga. We like to do those during the summer. She's ready for some more. Let's see if she can figure out how to get her down around George. Let's see how we navigate this. She's definitely interested. So I'm gonna make her figure it out. I just gave her 2 pieces of sweet potato, so now she has to figure out the rest. So I am Carrie and I'm the owner of Eagle Eye Farm. I'm the sole owner of Eagle Eye Farm. Oh, she's not interested. She said if I have to work for it, it's not that important. So, alrighty then. Well then, for entertainment's sake, I'll give you another piece.
Where are you located?
So we're located in western Wisconsin, so just east of Minneapolis and St. Paul. So on a personal note, I did just start a new page just for myself. It's called Farm Girl Fab, and I'm talking about what it's like to run a farm. I'm talking about struggles that we've had here at the farm, struggles that I've had personally. So if you're interested in learning more about that, on a personal note, I also have really exciting announcement that I have joined New Skin. So they're focused on health inside and out. And the team that I'm on is extremely, extremely supportive of everybody. And so I can feel my confidence growing. I have actually started exercising again. I've exercised every day for the past 6 days. I know that that's not a ton, but it's a good start considering I haven't exercised besides farm exercise, which is quite a lot, besides farm exercise for the past 7 years. So I'm very happy with that. My confidence is growing. My confidence is growing in myself and in the farm. So if you're interested in learning more about that, then make sure you follow me on Farm Girl Fab. We have a store. We have a store here at the farm, and we also have a store in Stillwater, Minnesota, which is just over the border of Minnesota. And we sell alpaca goods, we sell honey, we sell skincare, and sustainability items. Well, George, let's give you a little piece of sweet potato. Let's see if you want to. Are you interested in getting up for this? Oh yeah, he's a little bit more interested in the second piece. That first piece was a little rough. He wasn't quite awake for it.
Can you hold them?
You could probably hold them. Sometimes they climb on me. I wouldn't say that. Like I don't ever go and just pick them up. I would be afraid of getting quilled. Not because they would shoot the quills at me, but because I would put my hand. Somehow I would end up putting my hand and getting their quills into my hand.
Do they like people? Are they social?
I would say they really like when people have food.
Only time.
They are very interactive. The more people that we have in here, the more people that they tend to be interactive. So whenever we do groups of people, sometimes we have up to 6 people in this room. Boy, are they active then. And so that's kind of fun. The fewer people that are in here are the people that they know more. They're not quite as interactive. So I do have 2 kids. My kids are 15 and 17, and we come over in the evenings. And as I said, these are nocturnal, meaning that they're more active at night than during the day. And so whenever we come over around 8 at night, oh boy, these guys are all over the place. Now then, they're very interactive with us, extremely interactive and tons of fun. Well, good. All right. Well, if you don't have any further questions, I would ask you to watch us. So we are very active on social media, on all 4 social media channels. We also do have a website, eagleeyefarm.net. So if you want to find out more about the farm, like I said, we are open 7 days a week from 10 to 4, and we hope to see you at the farm.
Okay, one last question.
One last question.
Are they porcupines or possums?
Oh, these are porcupines.
Cool. Okay.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.